Mondays, the 10-year reunion for Hurricane Katrina. And I got some stuff to tell y'all about people who done went to jail and finding out your man is cheating on you.
Wow.
So the show is,
I'm looking forward to that.
yeah, it's packed. We got a lot of stuff going on. So we're going to get this show started with Matrix right here on WindyCityUnderground.com, your music, your station. It's Ride on My Enemy. What was the craziest thing that you saw?
The craziest thing I saw was I saw something on, well, you know, Baller Alert has that whole comment creeping thing.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody named Goonie the Loon told T.I. that he sucks, that he's much better than him, he's all washed up, and he can suck his D and all types of things like that. So Trouble Man 31, T.I.'s name on Instagram, said, young man, I was thumbing through it and getting to it when you was just a little old cum stain on your mama's bloomers. Oh, nut bucket, cheese basket, face, ASS, N-word, you, LOL. But that's super cute that you even think of you and I in the same stratosphere. Just get out of here. And he continued to go on this young man. I don't understand. Why would he even give him the time of day, honestly?
That's how I feel. Like, T.I., first off, you need to worry about your taxes. Get your taxes together, and then, I mean, I like T.I.,
I like
but
him too. That's my family man.
okay, well, tell your family man he is a family man. He's definitely over 32.
Okay.
So why is he even Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter and anybody?
Because somebody tried to copy his life, and he just, while he was thumbing through his check, when he was thumbing through his check, he just so happened to look on Instagram and saw that comment, and he got offended back, and he said something back. He's human. Don't do that to my family
the human
man.
part, but he do it often.
He said he was thumbing through it, getting to it, okay?
You are never justifying it. Okay, Slick Mick the Ruler, what was the craziest thing you saw?
The craziest thing I saw, y'all, did y'all see that fight where the lady, I don't know if they got into it in the drive-thru or if they didn't like each other prior to
I heard it was over the sausage.
I don't know, but this girl pulled her out of the drive-thru window. Period. Pulled her out and they was fighting. But that wasn't even funny. The funniest thing to me is the lady window wasn't even rolled down for her to say nothing to her. She had to open her door, and then the inside of her door was gone. So she had to get out the car to say something.
No, that's ridiculous.
The crazy thing about the video, because I actually watched the video, is that the person that was inside the car was like, "Don't get out." She was yelling to her, "Don't get out." What? So now you got to get out the car to pull the girl out the window. I'm sure she gonna get sued. Craziest thing I've seen, which is just like something like what you said that has to do with a fight, but it was two women jumping a man, and they were using a bat and a car seat. I don't know.
That was on the west side of Chicago.
You lying.
Why you just have to say that?
Amber Rose and Black China showed up in these slut walk outfits. Yeah. We gonna talk about it. I want to talk about it. I just thought that
But them y'all favorite baby mamas though. Them y'all favorite baby mamas though.
Who said that? Who said that?
I just think that was whack, like wiggity whack.
I think it was
It's like a little boutique, that you get from like a, something that say boom. But
But the craziest thing I done seen was Nikki. She came through and she came through the door with the 4-4.
Oh, we talking
Said,
about saying
"Mommy,
that
what's
because we
good?"
talking about that. You know
That's
we
the
getting on
craziest
to
thing
it.
I done seen.
It's
I also saw.
Okay.
No, matter of fact, that ain't the craziest thing I seen. Let me tell you the craziest thing I seen. I seen Nicki Minaj's wife in the front row clapping like a stepmama when his husband, when the breadwinner in the family, when his husband got up there and got the award for best pop video. This man was in the front row, he was clapping like he just saw his daughter win the spelling bee.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Y'all are haters. Meek is definitely one. I'm definitely team Meek all day.
Well, he was being underpaid, and as far as her endorsements, because they're saying that she isn't as marketable as tennis like such as Maria Sharapova, and the whole race factor is being brought in, as well as just how she is in terms of she isn't Sharapova on one hand is a blonde, she's thinner, whereas when she wins, she isn't as aggressive. When Serena plays, she's a lot more aggressive, she's thicker, she has a muscular build, and she isn't blonde, obviously. So, there are a lot of things going on, whereas Serena, she won about 11.1 million as far as like her tennis, as her winnings, but she only got another 11 million with her endorsements. But Sharapova, she won only 2.4 million with the tennis, but she made another 22 million in endorsements.
Wow.
So it's like, what's going on with that?
That's crazy. First off, Serena and Venus, they both are the top. We all know they just the top women in the whole sport period. So to hear that, it's really sad, but I don't know, y'all.
I think that's an excuse. Like, they can market her being aggressive and, you know what I'm saying?
Finish your point. I'm sorry.
They can come up with a great marketing strategy for that. Like,
Or how about let's take out that she's aggressive.
Right,
Like,
that's what
why
I'm
y'all
about to get
focused on she's aggressive?
Right, she's strong.
She's an athlete
That's
and she
it.
loves what she does.
so she's
Exactly.
passionate. So they can take a draft
Right,
chance.
they couldn't even say like
If-
passionate. They want
Yeah.
to say she's
If
aggressive.
they marketed Serena more, I fear that that's the way that they will market her. They market her as this beast, this brute, this big, strong black woman that
She could be feminine.
you know, like, you ain't gotta do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Serena Williams is hands down the greatest female tennis player to ever play this game. I'm sorry to say, but that's the fact of the matter. She's beaten Sharapova I don't know how many times at this point. All the tournaments, the Olympic gold medals, everything that counts, she's got it. And to hear that she's being cited when it comes to the endorsement, it's not a surprise, but at the same time, it's like, well, damn, you know, what you gotta do?
Yeah,
Winning's not enough. Winning's not enough. So let's look at the marketing factor. You can't say she's not marketable because if you know about her, you see any of her interviews, she's very articulate, very funny. She's just a bright young woman, and for you to use that as an excuse it ain't fine by me. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, and I know better, but I know it's a reason you're not doing it. You know, it's hard to market a dark, not so thinly shaped woman, especially in sports, because let's be honest, I'm sorry fellas, but a lot of dudes are offended by it. You know what I'm saying? And that plays another factor in it.
But
To be honest, go ahead.
the fact that you even brought in fellas into it, do you think that has a lot to do with it as well? Because a lot of men are attracted
But check
to
this out.
women who have a different build than her.
Right,
Yeah?
but check this out. I say that to say this. If you're going to use that argument, if you're going to say, well, men are attracted to that figure.
Or that color,
Or
skin color.
I was going to get to that, but men are attracted to that figure. Who's the number one market UFC fighter right now? It's not a man. It's Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Who's built like a Tonka truck.
Yes.
So you can't tell me.
And she's very aggressive.
Right, you can't tell me that this is about marketability because it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. It's about something else. And I think everybody in this room understands what it's about.
Yeah, of course.
And even like if you look at the online critics, it's saying that first off they're saying that that its commentators describe her playing style as animalistic.
Wow.
Online critics are saying that she looks like a gorilla, which is racially charged, and obviously we know that's not true. But I mean, it's just the wording that they use to describe her. Whereas when they use when they're like, aside, I keep using Sharapova, but they look at her as, oh, she's the underdog with potential. She has hot boyfriends and slim legs for days.
Okay, Serena got a hot man. Okay, so she done had two fine men. My main man Common,
Right.
okay,
And now she would
And now
probably
her
get
Drake.
together.
So yeah, like don't sleep on Sabrina. And then that last what magazine was that? When she was on like
This was just 2 weeks ago when she was featured in the magazine.
Yeah.
And she had her legs up on top of
And
the
they had,
body.
did y'all
and
see
she
the
was
SpongeBob?
beautiful.
I'm like, she don't look like she built like a man at all. To me.
Or a gorilla. She looked really pretty.
I don't like
She's
that.
an athlete. Get off her back.
The only athlete that's out there that's owning their own brand is Floyd Mayweather, and I urge a lot of athletes, entertainers, artists to start owning their own brands instead of hoping and waiting on a paycheck from big corporations when you don't understand that these big corporations eat because of you. So if they eating because of you, why are you begging to be at their
Take
table?
yourself out the equation, then what?
Why are you begging to eat at their table if they eat off you?
Exactly.
And that's where it takes people to step up and teach them that. Because all they know is what they see. And if they see everybody go off for Nike and Adidas, then
I heard
that's what
such a
everybody's going to go
disturbing
through.
comment, like it was a while ago, man, when the Miami Heat was winning championships. and I think Donald Sterling got into some trouble with the Clippers, and Dwayne Wade gave an interview and was like, I can't speak for that. Our owner don't act like that. And it just sounded so slavish to me. Like, our owner don't treat us like this. We got a good owner. And I'm not trying to put D-Wade on blast at all because he's an intelligent brother. But the thing about it is, like, y'all gotta understand, y'all are the reason it's a pleasure to play in this game. No, it's a pleasure to have them playing in this sport. Because you take all the top athletes who happen to be black in the NBA, and you take them out. What happens if LeBron, because everybody listens to LeBron, what happens if LeBron and Kobe just said, you know what, we're going to start our own league. Anybody who's down with actual competition, come to the BBA. Everybody leaves the BBA if they can guarantee the money over there. You start getting the TV deal with CBS or whoever picks you up, because ABC ain't gonna do it because they got to do it with the NBA. And then the NBA loses all of its star players. Now it's no longer a privilege to play in the NBA. It's a privilege for them to play in your sport, not the other way around.
MTV just kept playing that same stuff, but what about the stuff that really matters?
Big deal about Taylor Swift presenting Kanye West with that.
Right, like,
and then she came out the blue like Ali did for me. I mean, oh man, like, thank you to my pastor. But yo, check this out, homegirl. Like, it was so right.
It was rough.
It was so right.
Like,
and the way she reacted
was
to
good.
it, the way she reacted to it, and white Twitter was so upset. Oh, they were so upset. But you know what? I just bought the White Tears mug, and I'm drinking it every day. I drink White Tears. I don't give a damn about your opinions or what you're mad about. Wrong is wrong. How you gonna go to the New York Times and tell somebody that they made it about themselves? That's not the merit of her argument. Her argument was that the VMAs snub black artists.
So can you
if I'm
touch
saying
on
the VMAs snub black
what did Miley
artists.
say for people who may not? Because I really don't even know.
Miley Cyrus
I
had
heard
an
that she
interview.
was just in the press talking.
She had an interview with the New York Times, as she's now saying she was misquoted. So I'm only going off what the New York Times
read in
printed.
New York Times. Yep.
It says, quote, that Nicki Minaj made it about herself. And she was basically going off of her comments regarding the VMAs and regarding the snubbing black artists time and time again. I don't know if any of our listeners are aware, but if you understand that the VMAs pop, that's pop video. VMAs been going on for how long? 20 years? VMAs have never given a black artist pop video of the year. So, the VMAs were around. To put that in perspective, the VMAs were around when Thriller was out. Was out.
Now why would you scare me? Now why would you do that?
That's Mike.
I got on headphones, so you know I'm gonna be ready.
That's Gary.
Gary, Indiana. Yeah, that's
well, listen. I support Nicki. I felt like I love the way she did it. If anybody got something else to say, people saying they don't like it, all this stuff, Nicki, you handled it to me. I feel like she said what she had to say, and old girl, she back on what she said.
And everybody has this whole, they let Miley do all this stuff. Miley wants to play like she's this, I ain't gonna say Miley likes to play like she's a hood rapper, but she likes to play the role.
Like
she got there with the dreads,
right.
She's twerking, she's doing this, she's doing that. When you got some taste of where that's really from,
exactly.
She came and checked you ran away with like a dog with your tail tucked in.
She was like,
but that's typical though. That's typical. What do I always say? It's the love that these people have for black culture. They don't never want to get down. They don't never want to get down with black problems. They never want to get down with black problems. But they love black culture. They love appropriation, man. I swear. And it's like, it's so sickening to me. Like, did anybody pay attention to Rebel Wilson coming out presenting the best hip hop award by making light of police brutality?
Leo and his fiance announced that they are about to have a baby. Now, can I remind you, he had a girlfriend previously that was his fiance, and they had 2 kids, a girl and a little boy. And after they had their son, they both agreed, because they thought they was gonna be together for the rest of their life, to get her tubes tied and burnt. Wow. And now he's with a new woman and expecting a baby. Wow. What you gotta say?
they regret it. I mean, look, I don't know if the media, because I don't know much about this story, but I hope what the media isn't trying to do is to swing the narrative and make Neo out to be this monster that forced this woman to have her tubes tied.
You don't think?
How can you force somebody?
Right, you can't force her.
I don't think that it was about somebody being forced, but okay, let me give you more meat to the story.
Before you go, let me put my side of the story.
Can I give you more meat to it?
Go ahead.
Okay, so the more meat to the story is that he was telling her he wanted to be with her, and then they were split up for a couple months, and she thought that Neo was just going through a thing, and he went to the BET Awards. He texted her and said, look, I'm about to post something on Instagram, and it's for you to get on to the Hollywood Exes show. And he posted something with his new girlfriend, basically saying he has a new girlfriend, but his ex will always have a piece of him. So now he pushed her on this show, and this is when she's realizing, okay, wait a minute. He don't really want to be with me no more. Now, after he done told me he really want to be with me, we about to be together for the rest of our lives, he decides he doesn't want me to be with him, but he wants me to be on the show. And I just got my tubes burnt.
Right. My side of the story still hasn't changed with that extra information.
Okay, go ahead. Now,
my whole thing is this. Ask yourself this question. Everybody in this room, whether you are on Neo's side or whoever, ask yourself this question. What does Neo have to gain? What does Neo have to gain by telling someone to get their tubes tied with the sole purpose of leaving you once you do it? What do I have to gain?
he didn't have anything to gain, but my thing is, when you asked me to get my tubes tied, you knew that you weren't 100% sure that I was the person you wanted to spend the rest of your life with.
Right.
So if you felt that way, don't ask me to make such a big step for our family if we may not even be a family in 2 years. On another note, we talking about reality TV. Yesterday, the day of the VMA, so yesterday, Drea got into it with some other people that's a part of the cast for saying some horrible things about the girl and her cancer story.
Yeah, Brandy.
Yeah,
Malaysia.
yeah.
Well, Brandy is the one who had cancer.
So,
I'm not here for Drea. I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
not
not for
either.
Drea either.
okay,
I'm not
Imani, we talked about it earlier. I'm giving you a chance to explain what the story was.
Really quickly, Drea, they've been having a lot of issues with Drea saying that she isn't a real friend. And Malaysia and Brandy were saying that she doesn't reach out to them the way they would like for her to reach out to them. And they said that she's a selfish person. And they were kind of getting on her about a number of things. And Brandy was talking about, how she was battling cancer. And it was also a struggle she was having with in terms of not being able to bear children. So Drea made a comment that's saying people are tired of hearing her sad story. And she said nobody cares about your sad story. Talking about cancer.
That's boring.
About her
Her
cancer.
cancer story is
She
boring.
said her cancer story is boring. Basically saying her cancer story is boring and is getting old. That's what she was saying. And it's like, who says that? Who
Somebody
says
with a heart.
Especially, I don't care if you're any random person. As a friend, you don't say that.
Exactly.
You don't say that.
And that's exactly.
And so many people have lost family members to cancer, family members, friends to cancer. That is something that a lot that we are struggling with in this country, in the world. That's not fair. I don't think that's never okay to say. That's never okay to say.
Did you all see her apology?
I definitely saw her apology.
It was like an apology, but you know what I'm saying? It was
Exactly.
it was like a pity apology.
She
Like,
basically
trying to have
said that
shit
it
out
was
of-
to be the victim
And
all the time.
she
just
said
like
it was
Brandy.
taken out of context of saying that she meant it in that way. In her way, she was saying was, I always put up my whole entire world, my relationship in a bad way, and all you do is talk about your cancer story. Like, you got to bring a little bit more than talking about your health in this situation when I'm sitting here living my relationship public. But truth be told, Drea, you don't even got to really live your life like this and give us all of your
on
relationships.
VH1, baby, because it's on Instagram, it's on everywhere else.
Very
You don't
true.
have to-
Drea likes attention.
But how you gonna tell her what else? That's enough for somebody to tell the world that I had cancer and I can't have children anymore. Cancer ain't like, oh girl, I feel like I bumped my head, but I don't want to tell the world.
And she's also saying, she's also talking about her relationship as well, because she's talking about her
She's going
husband's
through whatever.
infidelity
Yeah.
and things like that as well. So you can't sit up here and say that, hey, Drea, she's a joke. Her and Orlando, they are a joke. And one minute you guys get into it, next minute you putting a picture up with your ring
That's
on your
crazy,
finger, like,
toxic
girl,
relationship.
bye. Go take care of your
I
injury.
see that.
Y'all are
She
crazy.
posted a picture with they weren't in it, but her hand, she got the engagement ring back on.
And
It's
she
just like,
always by your side. All right, y'all. It's
y'all are
almost.
tired.
Y'all take stuff too easy. Just
Look.
how like y'all been going on my man Meek because he was clapping
come
for his woman. He was pro-ride.
Hey, look.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
It was just
You want-
funny.
I would never go on a horse and carriage ride because I don't like how they treat those horses either.
That's a conversation for
think
later.
I
I ain't never taking nobody on a horse and carriage.
Why?
I'm not taking you on a horse and
But we
carriage.
talking-
I'm not taking you to the zoo.
What else?
I'm not taking you to SeaWorld.
No,
I'm not
but
taking
we-
you to none of
But
that.
we talking to the guy who ain't never been in love, but been
Right, but in a relationship, how long you and your girl been
I'm
together?
gonna tell you this though. I bet you if I do fall in love, I ain't taking it to no damaging animal stuff. I ain't taking to that. I'll tell you that much.
That's
Since
cute.
you telling them so much, can you give me a drum roll? A real drum roll, not your African.
Wait 1 second.
Here we go with
Around
it.
here.
I'm not gonna allow you to talk bad
Y'all
or
are
demean
so
or
aggressive
condescend.
and animalistic.
Right.
Oh, God.
All right, y'all. So look, you know what time? Just recently, a woman found out that her man was cheating on her in a very stern way, and I'm getting ready to tell y'all what happened.
What happened?
Her friend texted her, "Girl, you okay? You know you doing good?" She, "Yeah, I'm good. What's wrong?" "Well, I'm sorry to hear about what happened with David." Okay, now what did happen with David?
That's
So
so
girl
scary.
sends her a clip to go watch the news, and on the news, she finds out that David is in jail for killing his girlfriend's other love. Well, she ended up finding out that her man killed his other girlfriend boyfriend,
Well,
and that's how she found out that her man was cheating.
That's crazy.
So now, me telling y'all this story, I brought it to y'all's attention because I want to know what's some crazy ways that you find out your ex was cheating on you.
This is the only way I've ever called my ex cheating. Basically, him not answering the phone. You know what I'm saying? One of those moves.
maybe
And then when he did answer the phone, well, he didn't answer the phone. A girl answered the phone. But he prior to that, he wasn't answering the phone for me. So me being me, I kept calling. I called like a million times, and I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to say it.
cut it out.
We
I
all,
blew the phone up,
we've all
tried to
blew
run the
up.
battery down, and she picked up the phone and said, "Stop calling her man."
Oh,
Mind you, I have been with this man 5 years. So
stop calling her
you-
man.
That was her
I
man
guess
for the
she told you.
Yeah.
Did you stop calling?
No, I went over.
What you?
How did you end up
I
doing
went
that?
over
He was
there.
at this girl's house.
Why
No,
y'all
no,
going
no.
over there?
I have went to a girl's house, but I went to his house.
Oh.
Yeah, and she was over there. And
And what
she
happened?
was really nice.
What do you mean by that?
She was, when I pulled up, you know, I was on that. I'm like, "What's up? This your man?" She like, "So what's going on?" Like, I'm like, he came out the house and then I just started wailing on him.
Okay.
Yeah, she was.
Alright.
All right.
She
So
was just like, "Take me home. I don't want to deal with this. I don't have anything to do with him. Take me home." But that was just her man on the phone.
Exactly.
Right.
that's how.
Well,
it
she
always
didn't know you was that animalistic when you came up there.
I'm sorry.
Queen Monty, what's the craziest way you ever found out your man was cheating on you?
I mean,
I don't know. Can you come back to me?
Nope, you had
Because
time. What's the craziest way?
The craziest way. The craziest way was he actually showed me a text message from a girl. Basically, they were saying he tried to edit like, you know how you can edit the thread, like delete certain messages. And he tried to show me basically that the girl he was chopping screwing it basically is what he was doing. And I was looking at it and he kind of forgot to edit one, like I don't know if he forgot to delete a certain part, but the conversation, that one part of the conversation didn't seem right. I'm like, what is she replying to? Like, what is she replying to? And he's like, oh, what you mean? I mean, he was trying to tell me something that didn't make sense. So I hacked into his phone one day and I was texting as if I was him, and
How
I
you
was
do that?
able to.
Right.
I'm on his phone, so I'm texting her.
okay.
And
She
but
thinking
based off
him.
how she's replying, I know that
What they on?
what they were on, that they had sex.
That's
and
entrapment.
like that. So,
That's
I mean,
entrapment.
I wouldn't have had any idea though if he hadn't been trying to be slick, because I had been asking like, oh, are you guys talking, or were you guys
That should
talking?
be
or this
illegal.
And that. And he's telling me no, and he tried to show me the phone and prove his cases and this, and then I caught you.
And then
I caught you because you were dumb enough to show me your phone in the first place.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
trying to be slick.
Exactly.
To the best of my knowledge, it's not happening. But my ex, I had a dream a little while. I had a dream. And we ain't dropping no names, that's what I'm saying. I had an ex, and I had a dream that she was just getting bust down by like 3 dudes. And I don't know why I had this dream. But you know what? I don't think this dream would come to me for no reason.
Right.
You must have been getting bust down by 3 dudes.
Don't do that to her. No,
Dream
not all of them.
Dream me. Why in the world would I just randomly have this dream? Now I can have a I can have a random dream about SpongeBob or a random dream about ice cream or whatever. But somebody that I actually knew getting bust down by 3 dudes. And in my mind, that might have happened because it wouldn't have came to me for no reason. Now, Slick Mick, I know you protesting, and I'm not trying to say nothing. But have you ever had a dream that you just found out was real? You sure?
It was a premonition.
I'm positive.
Okay. Daydreams count.
It was Valentine's weekend and my ex lived. I was in school in Arkansas. My ex lived in Virginia. Yeah, my bags was packed. My flight was booked. I woke up that morning feeling like real uneasy, and I picked up, we pick up our phone, check out social media. I had a long essay from his other girlfriend telling me and coming to me like, who are you? And I'm the one who had been with him for like 3 years. And I'm just like, what? Like, my bags was packed, I was ready, I was planning the trip, everything. Wow. And then, yeah, so that was like, no, she didn't.
In hindsight. I'm sorry, this is out of place.
Come on, baby.
But can y'all just answer this for me?
Yeah.
In hindsight, I know y'all may not look at it from this perspective, but just try. Some of these dudes, I'm not saying them dudes are child messing. Some of these dudes are wickedly genius.
Very genius, very, and quick on their toes. And my ex is good.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta give it to him.
That's
Like,
all
I
I'm
ain't
looking
even,
for.
and I ain't even gonna, I give it to him.
Give them credit.
But I would
For
never
trying.
allow that to happen to me ever again. But I
Fool me
give
once,
it,
shame on me.
I give it to him. Like, for real.
You won the award.
It's good.
I didn't even know the girl. I just knew of her because she stayed on my cousin's street, across the street. And you know how you follow somebody on Facebook just because you done seen them a couple times? And come to find out, she posting, I'm in college, my boyfriend still live in Detroit. She posting pictures of my boyfriend on her page, saying they together. And that's how I found out that they were messing around from Facebook. Facebook used to do wonders. I mean, the tags, people comments, you knew everything.
The relationship status.
Status, everything.
Y'all cheat just as much as men do.
We definitely cheat
Y'all
just
cheat
as
just
much.
as
But
much
the
as
thing is that women are sneakier when it comes to cheating. And
Yeah, y'all sneaky.
men are
That
sloppy.
and that myth of women only cheating on you, women only cheat on you with dudes they like. That's a myth too. That's a myth too.
That's for real.
Girls, look, there's girls out here that just
Yeah, we touched
They
on
just
it
be
though.
addicted
There
to
are girls out here
they
that
just
like
be
just
addicted
want to
to
get
it.
down like
They
that.
just want to get down like that and have somebody that's there all the time
Yeah.
and somebody to bust with when they want to.
Then she's just a sorry excuse for a woman then.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
But 9 times out of 10, if a real woman is cheating on her man,
It's
It's somebody
the
that
other
she
guy.
enjoys more.
That's
Yeah.
doing way more than what her man is doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely
Right.
true.
her man is clearly lacking in
in some area, yeah.
Well, you need to be woman enough to let that man know.
True.
True.
She did.
What if she let him know and he didn't fix it?
They
The
should just
skill
broke
that
up
you
on
whack.
her.
Then
yeah,
you whack.
you
Then
need
you
to
whack.
break up.
Then you whack and y'all need to
I've experienced it, yes. Just leave. Talk about just leave. No, seriously, we go back and forth and just keep cheating.
I'm
No.
sorry. This is kind kind of off the subject, kind of on the same
You've
subject.
been real off the subject.
I'm sorry, but this comes to me sporadically. Listen,
What?
I need y'all to think. I watch a lot of shows, and this used to always confuse me in my younger years. I thought I'd maybe grow out of it, but I still feel the same way. Ladies, do y'all think if y'all get into it with y'all man, that y'all can just kick him out the house?
What do you mean?
Oh,
I see it all the time.
oh,
like,
my best friend got that so bad.
Get out!
My
Get
best
out!
friend.
You can't stay here tonight. Like, how you gonna kick me out my house?
Well, it depends on Well, first off, it depends on if
Why
it
would you
really
even
your
make the
house.
suggestion? Why would okay? Let's say, for instance, it is my house.
Okay.
Why would you even make the suggestion for me to get out my own crib?
This is good.
Listen, y'all, my best friend got that so bad. Every time her and her baby daddy get together, she kicks him out of the house. I mean, he will sleep in the garage.
Who else?
Her mother.
She better hope you
Okay,
don't make a mistake and start the car. For real.
No, the car ain't in there. The car's outside the drive.
Okay.
Shut up.
I'm just saying, because some people don't know that
Like,
if you start the car.
She was like, that garage gonna be damp tonight. It was raining one night and he decided to go out and she didn't want him to go out. And she put on Snapchat like, yeah, that garage gonna be real damp tonight. I mean,
Why she put it on Snapchat?
Because I guess they was talking.
She want to show.
They was talking about each other on Snapchat. I guess he said something like he was single, something like that. You know how they go, so she put that on Snapchat. Girl, she be locking him out everything.
And he allowed
Pay
it.
rent.
No, that is her mother's house. Let me shut up.
She can do that then.
Yeah. I ain't mad.
Well, no, you think that chivalry is dead. What's wrong with a man showing his affection and his love for his girl and not being called a punk? There's nothing wrong with it. And for me, let me say, for me, as far as Meek and the BMAs or whatever, I thought it was funny the way he was clapping.
That's all we talking about. That's all we getting at.
Yeah.
is the
So
way you
I'm
did it.
for Meek supporting Nicki like being like that. But is chivalry dead? No. But a lot of women don't require anything. So I mean that is the problem. But no, chivalry isn't dead. But do you think women start requiring because men just wasn't given? At the end of the day, it's what women need to require it. Women rule this world.
Whether or not men opted out of doing it or they continue to do
Yeah, you
it,
need to require
you
it.
gotta require that or you ain't gonna get it. Simple as that. Now, back to your main question. I can speak for myself when it comes to this. I know I wasn't laughing at Meek Mill because he was clapping for his girl. I was laughing at the way he was clapping.
He was proud of his baby.
Speaking of SeaWorld, you ever seen a seal?
Yeah.
That's what he looked like.
That's exactly what he proud of his
Now
baby.
you talking about chivalry and then paying homage or homage. I'm sorry for saying homage. Paying homage to me.
He didn't help her up the steps. Okay.
He didn't help up the steps, man. So if we talking about chivalry, why you gonna have steps?
That's true. I didn't even think about
I
that.
didn't either.
And when I was talking, when I was speaking with them earlier about them saying how he didn't help her up the steps and all that stuff, and it's crazy to me to hear women or see women on social media dogging out Meek Mill because he didn't help Nicki up the steps. When girl, your man didn't even open the door.
Open the
for you
door.
every day. So
Open the door.
okay. And that's what killed me. Y'all making posts about it. Like y'all man opening up the car door for you every day. And I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying if we're gonna speak on it, if we're gonna speak on it, speak about the people that's sitting right next to you.
I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at a woman that has a standard that she wants whoever she messing with to uphold.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. What I am mad at is a sister that feel like she's entitled. We had a conversation about this earlier.
Yeah, that's
So what's the
There's a
difference? Where's the
There's a
fine
difference.
line?
There's a
drawn?
difference between chivalry and having standards as opposed to entitlement and false expectations. What I mean by that is you can go ahead and say, I want a date, he's going to open the door for me. That's one thing. But to assume that he's going to open the door for you and he's going to pay for your meal and he's going to take you on a horse and carriage ride and all these other, like, that's what what I mean by false expectations.
Okay, wait. Why is it a false expectation for me to assume that when we go out, you're gonna open my car door, open up the building door, and pay for my dinner? That's not false expectation. You asked me on it.
I added to pay for dinner just to make it 3. It sounds awkward. It's 2.
So you're not supposed to open the door and what else?
Who said you're not supposed to?
Okay.
And you're not supposed to pay for food or
Who
take
said you're not supposed to?
You are. Who said you are supposed to?
Who said you're not supposed to? I didn't say that. I said there's a difference. I didn't say don't do this. You're not supposed to do this.
So what are you saying?
What I'm saying is there's a difference between chivalry and a difference between false expectations. It's one thing to go out on a date with a man. He pays for you. He opens the doors for you. He's a true gentleman.
Right.
There's another thing when you get that and you expect for him to take you on a horse and carriage ride. That's a false expectation. That's what I mean.
I don't understand that. I'm not here for it.
I'm not here for it.
That's fine. You don't have to be here for it. What I am going to say is that if you're expecting a horse and carriage ride, you expect me to roll out. If you're expecting, because somebody brought it up earlier. If you're expecting me to roll out the red carpet for you, and this is the first date, I don't even know if I like you like that for real, you tripping.
Well, I mean, okay, I understand that's your point, but I'm missing it. I don't understand. I don't understand that that's your point, because what are you saying exactly, Carter Icewater?
I'm saying I don't know how to make it as clear. I don't know how to make it any more clear to you.
It's not clear at all.
I don't know how to make it any more clear to you. Listen, there's a difference between having a man take you on a date and him being a true gentleman, and there's a difference between him taking you on a date being a true gentleman, and then you expecting him to roll out the red carpet. There's a difference.
Why wouldn't I?
So because you take
Because I don't know you like that. I don't know you like that, lady.
No, but that's what you're trying to get to know me, obviously.
I'm gonna take you out on a date. I'm gonna be a true gentleman. But if you expect for me to show up, take you on this horse and carriage ride, let you meet the butler and all this stuff, it's not gonna happen.
Are you talking about on the first date? Like,
That's what I mean. That's what I be talking about.
Fine, clarify that because
Hold on, wait, come on, guys. Come on, guys.
We need to understand where
Wait,
you're coming from.
hold on. Wait, time out. Why would I be talking about anything other than
because we were talking about dates, like in a relationship. I thought we were just talking about like in what we did, period. Like in a relationship. Ain't no first date. Guys aren't doing.
But you know, that's why I know what's the camera's ride for a first date.
Well, can I go back? Can I just go
Yeah,
back
pay
to
for my
something?
food.
Because
Yeah.
first of all, on the first date is for you to pull out everything you got to prove to me that you even want to talk to me and take it there. That's how I feel like a first date.
So I didn't prove it to you by prove it to you by asking you on a date. I didn't prove that to you.
No.
I
And you know how many people ask somebody
I
to
didn't
go
prove
on
that
a
I'm
date?
interested in you.
No.
You know that?
No.
So I just want to waste my time and take
No, you just wanted to
Yeah.
go out with a female.
But it doesn't prove that you're trying to.
I just wanted to spend my money on you. That's all. It's not me showing.
See, that's no problem.
You get to when you text somebody on the first date, and it says a lot. The type of date that you go
It's
on.
what happens
It says
during the
the
date.
time that you choose to take out with that person.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, and this is where we have a disconnect. What I'm saying is, I understand that happens on the first date. You get all that information on the first date, but why do you need that reassurance that he is interested when clearly I'm taking you out with a purpose?
No,
I'm taking you
not
out
everybody takes somebody on a date on a purpose. Like,
So let me get this straight. You guys have been presented an opportunity to go on a date because a dude just felt like going out.
Yes. He wanted to go out and have sex.
Both. Exactly.
Yes. Money is nothing to most
So wait,
people.
time out.
Let's not act like $20 is everything.
Let's be honest though. Percentage-wise, do you think most men believe that they're gonna smash you on the first date?
Yes.
You think most men believe that?
Yes.
I know.
If he pulling out the red carpet and taking me on a horse carriage, in his mind, he's thinking that he's going to.
He has a higher chance.
Yeah.
He's not in his head thinking I'm gonna drop her off at home.
He don't exactly. He gonna definitely try to see where my head at. Like, yeah, exactly.
I do get now. I get what you're saying slightly. Like, no, don't go into the first date with all these expectations. Oh, I can't wait to meet his mama tomorrow.
Well,
Of course not.
No.
Like, yeah, like I get
I don't
that.
wanna be chosen.
For one, it's two problems in this situation. One, it's two things that's wrong with this situation. The first one is that guys think it's a privilege for you to be going out with them. Like they just feel like.
Whoa, time out. Time out. Now you done crossed the line. Guys think that?
No.
Guys think that?
Listen to what
That's y'all. That's really y'all.
No,
That's y'all.
exactly
It's an
what you
honor for me
said.
to take me out.
Carter.
That's why we gotta put on all the stops.
No.
That's why we gotta take you on a horse and
Carter.
carriage ride. Because we gotta prove that we're interested.
Yeah.
It's a privilege for me to take you out on a date. That's totally off base for you to say that men feel that way.
No,
Men don't
and
feel
let
that
me tell
way.
you the reason why I'm
Women feel
feeling
that
it,
way.
why I say this. Because your exact words when you was just talking, you were speaking on, if I'm even asking you on a date, that you should automatically know I'm feeling you. That's you saying just because I asked you, you should know. That's
No.
enough.
Why do you keep jumping the gun? Nobody's saying that I think that's enough. I'm not saying that I think that's enough. All I'm saying is this. If I'm presenting you and saying, hey, I think you're this, I think you're that, I want to take you out. If that's what I'm saying to you, no one's saying that's it, that's where the buck stops. But it is an introduction. It is showing you that I have some interest in you. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I'm gonna get to my second point when we come back from the #1 song, Chance the Rapper, when you got me effed up, because that's how I feel right now. The show on a good note, on a laughing matter. Your homegirl Mimi announced that she had a threesome with Jocelyn and Stevie.
And I ain't here for Mimi. I'm so sad.
She had a threesome, and that what my
So why
shaking your
Jocelyn
head.
and Mimi won't just be friends then? Why they still with each other?
They supposed to, but they just made amends or whatever, I guess, on that
Reunion show.
the part 2 of
That's
the Love
coming
Hip
out
Hop
tonight.
episode.
It's tonight though.
But I think that.
But it was leaked and everybody knew. But I'm gonna tell you this, I already knew that based off the fact that Jocelyn kept hinting about it in various interviews, and then she said something on that show, the after show with Tigger, Big
she
Tigger,
said
and she said that's my too. That's my B word too. Like she said Mimi was too. And I don't believe anything that Mimi says after that whole sex tag thing where she was going so hard. No, this is I didn't do that, blah, blah. And then you came out and said, oh yeah, you did it. And then I don't like Mimi based off the fact that she pretends not to be a bird when she really is. You trying to act like you so hardcore, you this and you not for this and you not for any of that. But you still rocking with Stevie on other levels besides the co-parent. You still.
That's because Stevie got rights for life. How many times I gotta tell y'all this? If you got a child with a man, that's his forever. I don't care what you do. That's his. He got rights for life. So don't come to me acting surprised that Stevie J and Mimi still messing with each other because they got a baby together.
I'm not
And we all know what that means. Stevie got rights for life.
I just don't like that Mimi acts like she's not a bird. Like
Mimi's not a bird, she's not a rat, she's a possum, she's old.
Like over with.
Jesus.
Jocelyn,